Hey, what is good with y'all? It's your boy KAG, and today we're going to be talking about the Nintendo NX and the new direction that it may also be going in. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and let's hop into this video. So as a lot of y'all know, Nintendo is currently under a new president by the name of Mr. Kimishima himself. And as y'all all know, Nintendo has been doing a lot of different changes with the actual running of the business. And what is Mr. Kimishima? Well, he's a businessman. He's not necessarily a gamer, so he may actually be doing, more business type decisions with the NX. So Nintendo as of late has been having a lot of difficulties with the third parties. Third parties have not been supporting their consoles for a while now. Ever since the Wii came out, they've been kind of on a decline as far as third party support has been. So, with Kimishima being as the new president of Nintendo, it appears that he may actually be in more conversations with current third parties. And with that being said, that may lead to them having a more powerful console. So we're talking a console that may actually be running, a powerful CPU, powerful GPU, as well as a more traditional controller. Because as y'all all know, the past two controllers were hit and misses. For the casual market, the Wii did do extremely well, but for the Wii U, it did pretty terrible. So it may be that we are actually going to be going back to more of a common controller, one that has, your traditional analog sticks as well as A, B, X, and Y's and L and R's. So we may be going back to a more standard controller because that is what gamers are used to, or should I say, that is what core gamers are used to. Now, as far as like the power of the system, it is possible that they could be going with a custom GPU like a Polaris chip or something like that under 14 nanometer that would be a lot better at power efficiency as well as actual rendering of games and actual playing of games. So we're looking at a chip that is powerful, possibly giving, all their games possibly 60 frames per second. Extremely well actually played games. I'm not talking about like the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4 where you're dropping at 30 frames per second, sometimes even 25 frames per second. And we do get some 60 frames per second here and there, but it's pretty rare. But we could be looking at, a custom Polaris GPU that's actually, is relatively cheap as well as it's relatively powerful because as you all know, the PlayStation and the Xbox One are currently running under old tech. So with this being new tech but also cheaper, it is actually going to give them more of a benefit because they're going to have a lot more power to work with and everything is going to run a lot better. So on top of that, that would actually lead more third parties to develop on their system because their system will now be capable of running those third party games that, is running on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And so with that being said, that could potentially draw, more of the audience that are on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One over to Nintendo, or should I say back over to Nintendo, because they will now have those third-party games as well as Nintendo's first-party games. Because believe it or not, a lot of those people that play PlayStation and Xbox One, they do really like Nintendo's first-party games, but they also like to have third-party games. And so with them not being able to get those third-party games on Nintendo platforms, they generally stay over there on PlayStation and Xbox One. But with them having a more powerful GPU, that's actually going to open the door up for them to have, third-party games on their system as well as they may possibly even play better with a Polaris GPU inside of there. So on top of that, let's say Nintendo is actually working with an x86 architecture. What this is going to do is going to allow for them to actually get those games on Nintendo platforms a lot easier because generally PlayStation 4, Xbox One, as well as PC all run on x86 architecture. So it wouldn't be as difficult to port a game over. So even though Nintendo may not possibly get any, exclusive content, but they will get all the third-party content just like all the other consoles get, but they will also have their own exclusive, which are Nintendo's first-party games. So, with all that being said, it looks like Nintendo is going under a new direction with the new president. So it is possible that we could be looking at a more powerful console coming from Nintendo rather than a console that is based around a gimmick or anything like that. But anyways, let me know what y'all think about all this down there in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we talk about all things Nintendo here. And I'm out of here. Peace.